What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
We're continuing our Tournament of Terror today.
Yeah.
I apologize for the long wait. I had a definite...
We've had some things going on.
Yeah, I had a definite family, so I was out of commission for about a week. So put our schedule behind a little bit, but we're back and ready to go again.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to go over we only had two that we had to go over the results for this week.
Yeah, the first one was the Darkness versus Krampus, which is the Darkness was from Legend.
Yeah. And Krampus is from Krampus.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I'm actually surprised. Krampus won this. I thought Darkness was going to win.
Well, he did have the big sword, but a lot of people see more of Krampus and what he's capable of, and I think the magic helped. I mean, not saying that Darkness didn't have magic or wasn't efficient with it. I think just Krampus had a lot more.
Right. Being able to freeze shit is an advantage.
I think Special K was talking to me about it, and he was like, maybe the Darkness would be like immune to being stuck in the globe. And I was like, that's a pretty good point.
Yeah, but it's not immune to freezing, though.
No.
That's the bad part. He's not immune to freezing.
And I think a lot, too, is, we see Krampus, with the special effects that we got nowadays, we see him jumping from building to building.
Right.
And crap like that, and how fast he is.
Yeah, he actually is pretty fast for his size.
All right. And the chains.
Yeah, and the chains.
Yeah.
All right, so our second match was Pennywise versus Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I'm not.
I knew he was not happy at all about this one. I am surprised that it was as big of I don't want to say landslide, but the advantage. I was surprised, but Freddy Krueger won this one. I still go with Freddy Krueger, but I thought that it was going to be a lot more closer than it was. Man, Freddy Krueger had a lot of votes. Because, of course, everybody knows I post these on Twitter and my Facebook page for Cracker Hunters.
Yeah,
and my nerd groups.
It seemed like everybody on the Facebook page picked Freddy.
I know.
Without any hesitation.
Well, I had some people explain why they thought because, and their opinion is because no matter what, he still sleeps. I'd be fine. No. He still sleeps, and Freddy has never lost in the dream world. The only way they've ever beaten him was bringing him to the real world. And that's still difficult because...
the thing is, the Freddy from the new Nightmare, he did lose in the dream world.
But
he was also even more powerful than the regular Freddy because he could attack people while they were awake.
And that's true. Well, technically, Freddy did too, though. Because remember when he did a little licking thing out of Nancy's phone? She was awake then.
Well, she was in kind of like a micro nap.
But no, she was awake. But what's his name wasn't. What was Johnny Depp's character?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp's character wasn't. So it seems like as long as one of them is from what I gather, but as long as somebody's asleep, he still can affect somebody in the dream.
Well, I also think that Pennywise, a lot of people say it's his fear that gives him power, but I don't know, dude. He transformed into a werewolf before they even knew anything about him. Yeah, but... And
But the thing is if we're going by books and movies, which we mainly go by the movies. If we're going by the movies, if you are not afraid of him, he basically loses almost all his power.
That doesn't mean he's still not powerful.
I'm not saying he isn't, but Freddy don't give a shit whether you're afraid of him or not. You're still going to die in the dream world.
In the Freddy versus Jason, though, I think we should because it is still the basic Freddy that you're talking about. I still think that it's also fear that gives him his power. How they talked about him like he was a virus,
right?
Which you spread that fear and he gets around and he gets more powerful.
But it doesn't. But people not being afraid of him doesn't take his power away.
That's the most recent one.
But
Robert Englund.
It still didn't take his power away. That's the difference.
It kind of did. Remember, that's why he brought Jason.
But not to the extent of Pennywise. Pennywise basically loses all his power.
Nah, if you're not afraid. I don't think so, man. Because he's still that monster.
I know, but
that.
Okay, why are we debating this? This is past this point.
Because I'm still a little. I'm kind of.
He's a little salty about that one.
I'm a little salty.
But anyways. So everybody, I'm posting pictures right now of how the tournament is shaping up so far.
Right. We've made a few changes.
Yeah, we made a few changes since the very beginning that actually made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we made a few changes, but this is how the tournament's stacking up so far.
Yeah, we're taking out Babadook and replacing him with Pumpkinhead.
Yes.
And we're taking out Split Second
the creature
monster.
I may leave him in. We'll discuss that later.
Yeah, we'll see.
Today we got a special one for you. As you can tell by the statue in here, so you know the Xeno is going to be in this one. So today we have the Xenomorph versus Pumpkinhead.
Oh.
Yes.
Honestly, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun because I'm an 80s guy. Both movies came out in the 80s and I love both. So everybody knows who's been watching or who's coming in new, just checking the video out. We don't have any particular rules. Whatever each enemy brings to the table, that's what they use. The only time we've ever done that is with Nemesis because his minigun is a little and rocket launcher are a little unfair.
Yeah,
that's really the only.
Really, you know, I mean,
it
almost seems like it's unlimited ammo.
And it really is, yeah. So that's actually the only character we've changed anything was.
But it didn't take anything away from him.
No, he's still a damn good fighter and character. But I just think the minigun and rocket launcher were a little unfair.
The landslide of him and Pyramid Head.
Yeah, no, that was Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Nemesis and Frankenstein.
Yeah. I still think, in my opinion, Frankenstein still could beat him, but the people have spoken.
I don't know, man. You know, I watched Apocalypse the other day, and it was pretty rough.
It was.
Yeah, it was kind of like an eye opener. You know, like, damn, I can't believe I forgot all this.
Yeah, right.
I'm fucking jumping from building.
So everybody, if you've not seen either one of these movies, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of a theme with us. Though.
Yes. So who do you want to talk about first, since we're going to be doing this video today?
Well, let's go ahead and get your favorite out of the way.
Well, okay. Well, we're going to be talking about the Xenomorph first. All right. So what I love about the Xenomorph,
it was introduced in like what, 81?
No, 79.
Oh.
I mean, if we were to be technical, even with the big chap, there's still a Xeno in some form. But the Xeno in general was in 79 with Alien. But the Warriors were, what,
87 almost.
86, 87?
Yeah, it had to have been because Michael Biden was real big, popular in the 80s,
yeah,
late 80s.
I think it was like 86 or 87, one or the other. So, Xenomorph. So basically, how the Xenomorph comes to be is the queen lays eggs, the Xenomorph queen, she lays eggs, facehugger gets and puts on a whatever creature.
On a human or whatever.
Whatever creature. And it gestates, bursts out its chest, and we have the Xeno.
Now we have this.
Now, as far as its weapons, we got the extended jaw, the teeth, claws, tail, speed, climb wall. Like this thing is almost like
it's blood.
It's blood, right? Even killing it can kill you. That's what to me, that's what makes the Xeno so dangerous. Is that even trying to kill it, you can end up killing yourself.
Yeah, you could die just by killing this thing.
And the Xenos are fucking fast.
God, yeah,
they're fast and they're quiet. Like honestly, they're not like they are stealth. They can be stealth or full-blown assault creatures because
the one we're talking about right now though is more based off of full-blown
like
fighting.
Right. But they still, if you remember, like even some of the
because you couldn't hear them coming up on the in the walls or nothing. But you also, I think it's smaller than the big chap.
Yeah, I think the big chap is like 8. I think these are still 7 feet tall.
Yeah, they're not little.
Still, they're little.
I mean, look, that's a life size.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a life-size head of one.
If they can see that. I think they can. But yeah,
they've seen it.
I think these are at least 7 to 8 feet tall.
Oh yeah, they're tall.
The regular warriors.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be dirty and using the Praetorians. That's a little dirty. Yeah, that's almost a queen in warrior form. But
remember, this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna use the warriors, not the big chap.
Right. But it's like what's his name said? I can't remember the name of the android from the first movie. He said it was the perfect organism.
That was like Hannibal, wasn't it?
No, the very first movie.
Yeah.
Where he says that the android.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, you're right. I can't remember his name. He's the guy who played Bilbo Baggins.
Is that him?
Yeah, same guy who played Bilbo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Okay.
He also played Jack the Ripper.
Didn't know that.
And From Hell.
But yeah, he called it the perfect organism because it really is.
Yeah,
it does not fear.
It's a base organism.
It really is. It's like they're like ants or bees. They don't have any fear. Their only goal is to protect the queen and bring home food for the queen and the eggs.
Yeah, they're like ants.
Yeah, they really are. And that's one of the main things that it has an advantage on any opponent it faces. It has no hesitation, no fear, just...
I don't think they're very strong, though.
Shit.
No, I don't think they're strong for their size. Like, you know how like an ant is, can lift like 10 times.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I get what you're saying on that.
I think, like, because if you ever seen them in the movies, you know, they kind of drag their prey, you know, or their unconscious victims to get face hugged.
Right.
They kind of drag them. They don't carry them.
But I still think it's pretty. I think it's still pretty strong. But based off what you're saying,
I think based off their size, and maybe if they were based more like off ants, they should be a lot stronger than what they are. But I don't.
But that's not to take anything away from the Xeno at all.
I'm saying it's a pretty strong creature.
Yeah.
I mean, it is big.
And I think, like I said, that's for anything it faces. That's one of the it has an advantage in that as far as not being afraid of anything. Like it's just basic instinct is to kill and hunt.
Kill or reproduce.
Yeah.
I think mainly the instinct is.
Well, the warriors are just kill and hunt. They don't reproduce. The warriors don't reproduce.
Well, I don't know. In Aliens, that's what they did with all of them.
It was the queen that was producing the eggs.
Right.
The only ones that can turn into a queen.
They didn't really kill the Marines though. They just kind of dragged them off and
Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They just made them unconscious. So I'm thinking that they're not really meant. I don't think that they're meant to kill the people that. I mean, they do sometimes. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
They do, but I don't think that's what they're supposed to do.
I don't. Fair enough. I can give you that. And the thing about the Xenomorph, whatever creature the face hugger is implanted in, it takes on the attributes of the creature.
That's why this one looks a little bit more humanoid.
Right.
As to where like the big chap, he's pretty humanoid too.
Yeah, he is. He's more humanoid than they are.
Yeah.
But I guess because it wasn't actually a queen, that's probably why it wasn't a queen. So she couldn't produce, like the big chap just may be a particular strain of the Xenomorph.
Oh, the difference of the queens.
Yeah, because
whatever the queen came from, man, that's probably
a
whole bunch of species.
Yeah. So whatever she put in, whatever those eggs.
Yeah, because the queen came in the first Alien movie, which actually does lead back to these characters too. Because remember LV-428? Mm-hmm. That's where they get the first egg. So it would have been the queen from an engineer.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we made our points on the Xenomorphs right now. You got anything else to add to the Xeno?
Well, I tell you what, I guarantee they're hard to grab too.
Well, there is no grabbing a Xeno.
I don't. Well, no. I mean, if you think about it, a Pumpkinhead, he's.
Oh, we haven't got to him yet.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't think they'd be easy to grab onto neither, because they're always slimy.
Well, grabbing.
It'd be like what cheating football players use.
Right. That stick stuff.
Or Pam butter or whatever. Put on their jerseys.
All right, everybody. So I think we made our points for the Xeno. Now it's time to move on to Pumpkinhead. So Pumpkinhead, of course, comes from the movie Pumpkinhead. And
God, he's awesome.
Yes. Now Pumpkinhead's main
he's a fucking demon, man.
And I think so too, because his main thing is whenever somebody wants revenge or something like that, they go to the witch in the woods, and she resurrects Pumpkinhead.
Basically, sell their soul.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Sell their soul for revenge.
And it's always Lance Harkinson.
Or
Harkness, however you pronounce it.
Harkinson,
something like that. That's how you pronounce his last name. But it's always him. He's always selling his soul to somebody. I like him. He's my favorite.
He's one of my favorites too.
Yeah. But killed by everything.
With Pumpkinhead, I think is like 8 or 9 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Like that's a tall son of a bitch. Like that's.
He's scrawny, but goddamn, he's
big. And he's strong. Like we see him lifting people in trees easily, like just grabbing them and just basically manhandling them with his bare hands.
This is a monster.
Yes,
this is a monster.
It really is. And I'm not sure it's really fast. I don't think it's real fast. It's more
size though, you got to look at it. He's not fast, but what he can do in one hit compared to.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Compared to. Something else that size. I mean, you look at his hands; they're like this big.
And he's crushed and killed people with his bare hands.
Right. Squeeze their heads. How many movies were there? 3?
I think 3.
Yeah.
They got progressively worse as they went along.
Oh well, they're not gonna beat the first one.
No. As I said, they got progressively worse as they went along. I watched the second one. I had to cut it off because it was that long. Yeah.
The monster's still.
Like I literally just watched Pumpkinhead like 2 weeks ago.
He's actually a really pretty awesome character. I mean, just the look of him.
And that's what I like too, the look of him. And for me, I think like Pumpkinhead's strength is a good advantage for him. And he's not really fast. He's just whatever he's going after. He's kind of like Jason in the sense, whatever he's going after, that's what he's going after.
Whatever the character who resurrects him is revenging on, which with the first one, it was like the dirt bikers.
Yeah.
And he's going after him. It's going to take every ounce of everything.
And the thing is, I don't think
they can't kill him.
No, and
I think that's another thing that helps him out too. Is he's bonded to the guy who resurrected.
Yes. So if you don't kill the guy, he's going to be staying.
Right.
And so because he's been shot and everything like that, and it doesn't affect him at all.
Do anything to him. You have to kill that guy.
Yes. So that's actually a good advantage too, because it's fucking hard to kill
the thing is,
Pumpkinhead. It really
is. The thing is though, Pumpkinhead's not going to protect him.
No, he's not. Nah,
Pumpkinhead don't give a fuck about this guy.
He's just going for the revenge, and that's
he's got his mission.
Yeah, and that's it. Once he completes it, he's done.
Yeah, he's like a Meeseeks.
No, yeah, I forgot. Meeseeks, look at me. Yeah, so Pumpkinhead, man, I never thought about that yet, because the fact that he's so hard to fucking kill, that's a big advantage.
You have to kill that guy.
Now, we've never, don't get me wrong, he's never went up against something like that, because the Xeno is about the same size and faster, so we've never seen it.
I guess you're ready for the debate.
No. I'm just saying we've seen him take damage and things, but we've never seen him go up against something like himself.
Well, that's probably a good thing, because, I mean, that would be, that movie would be... It would be awesome. One of the ways. It would be either awesome or it would be god awful.
Yeah, there's really no in between on that one.
No,
it really isn't. And now it's really not much to add about.
I think Pumpkinhead does deserve a reboot, though.
I think so. I think he'd be a good reboot.
I mean, as long as they're using practical effects.
Yeah, I agree. Not no CGI.
Unless it's Neil Blomkamp.
Oh yeah.
Then we're okay with that.
So he's got claws too.
Yeah, he's got claws. He's got fangs. He's got crushing feet.
Yeah.
I mean, he can literally just step on you and you're dead. Cause I mean, he's huge.
Yeah, he is. Like I said, I think he's at least 8 feet tall.
Yeah, if not bigger.
If not bigger, but I'm not sure if he's that big. But I know he's at least 8 feet.
He's big.
Yeah, he is big.
So 8 feet is big.
That fucking yeah, you're right. It is. So we know he's at least 8 feet tall.
That's a fucking grizzly bear, man.
Maybe. But there's really not much to talk about far as Pumpkinhead, far as the points. You know, we got the claws, we got the size, the strength. No, he does not. He's got like a little nub for a tail, so he doesn't really have a tail.
Oh, okay.
So he's got the size, the strength, the
Does
claws.
He take different forms, kind of like?
No. He takes the Pumpkinhead. That's his form.
Okay, it's just that demon.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm done with Pumpkinhead. You want to go to the debate time?
Yeah, sure.
Debate time, everybody.
Yeah.
So, here we go. So, who do you think has the advantage in this match?
Honestly, I don't know, dude. It's kind of a good match.
For me, I think the Xeno has the advantage in this
I think it's because the only reason I would agree with you would be the speed.
Yeah,
and the acid for blood.
Yeah, because see, the problem with Pumpkinhead, like, if he had went up against anyone else, I'd say probably he has a good chance of winning. The only reason why I say he doesn't is because his attacks are more melee, yeah, thank you. Melee based. So he's got to get close to grab it.
Well, it's the same way with the Xenos.
Well, but the Xeno has that tail, and it can use it that tail is sharp and can cut people's throats. Because we've seen.
Oh, it went right through a predator.
Right. So I'm saying,
two of them.
Its tail is
one of them. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's not as long as the one on the base, but it's still long enough to where it can lash out and use its tail as a weapon, far as just to create a little bit of distance.
Right. But still, I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's the tail alone is enough to. I mean, yeah, it's a good distance weapon, but I think really the tail just piss off Pumpkinhead.
It probably would, but for me, I think the speed is what gives the Xeno its advantage, because it is so fast. And on top of that,
I almost want to think like the Xeno would do like a bug crawl on top of it and just mash it with it like its second mouth.
Yeah.
Second mouth in the head until it just falls over and dies.
Because we've seen him do that, repeatedly smash his head into something.
No,
it's second mouth.
Yeah, because it did it with the Predator.
Yes.
And I mean, dude, they're not afraid to they're like a squid for real. Because squids, they hunt. When a squid hunts, it absolutely has no fear in what it's attacking. Like a shark, it'll sit there and it'll swim around and it'll be like, okay, I'm going to assess the damage and see how much damage I'm going to take from this creature that I'm going to eat. A squid's it don't give a shit.
Like, fuck it, let's just try. Yeah. I'll regenerate. I'll grow a leg.
Yeah, I'll grow another one back.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like the way the Xenos are. Is it's kind of like a squid. They just don't give a shit. They don't assess.
No, they don't assess. They don't care what damage they take. They're going to go.
And we know they're smart.
Oh, and that's the thing is like I think that's one key thing I forgot to mention is the Xenos' intelligence. They are intelligent creatures, and they know how to strategize because we've seen them strategize before.
I would say their strategy is more like a wolf, like a wolf in its pack. You know what I mean? Because they know stealth.
Oh yeah, like I said, that's the thing. Like it can go stealth or full out assault.
Right.
Pumpkinhead, it has a strength.
He's full out assault, man.
Yeah, he is.
All the way.
Don't get me wrong, he has the strength advantage, and I think somewhat maybe of a height advantage.
Height advantage and strength advantage, height advantage, and I also would say the claws are an advantage on Pumpkinhead.
I think the claws are more.
One hit with that hand on a Xeno, dude, it's cutting him into pieces.
I think, I think so too.
He's gonna lose his hand.
Yeah, he'll lose his hand. There's no doubt about that.
But he still win.
But I think though, I agree with you on that because we never seen the Xenos really use their claws. They're more about their tails and their mandibles,
right?
To get their prey. Don't get me wrong. I think the Pumpkinhead has the strength, size advantage, and this one hands down. But I think speed. For me, speed is a lot better than strength because it's a lot. It's that strength means nothing if you can't hit what you're actually attacking.
Right.
And I think that's why the Xeno has the bigger advantage because it's so fast and slippery and can climb up walls.
Well, we also got to remember too, Pumpkinhead's also smart as hell too because he takes on the intelligence of who resurrects him.
No, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I think he does. How else does he know who he's going after?
That's more along the revenge side, like the witch doing the spell to resurrect him and putting revenge on those particular ones.
So you just think he's just a wrecking ball?
Pumpkinhead's just a wrecking ball, in my opinion. Xenos are wrecking balls with a purpose.
Right.
And to me, well, not with a purpose, but
a goal.
Not even with a goal, but it's hard to classify Xenos as a wrecking ball.
I think they're kind of like they're goal driven. They have a job. Their colony. They have a job. Pumpkinhead has a job too. His is just more slaughter.
Yeah.
Theirs is to repopulate and control the planet, kind of deal. Take over the planet, as the perfect organism would.
Right. And Pumpkinhead's let's just go kill some shit.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Pumpkinhead is fuck you.
Yeah. All right, so are you done with the debate time?
Man, it's kind of an even matchup for real. I mean, honestly, if the Xeno makes one mistake, man, that's it. It's done.
I agree.
And I'm saying like if the Xeno takes his tail and hits the Pumpkinhead in the guts or something, dude, the Xeno's done with.
Yeah, because it won't actually kill Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, because Pumpkinhead will grab the tail.
Yeah, and
be
pull
like,
it. Yeah.
And now the Xeno's in pieces.
It's don't get me wrong, I think it's a pretty even matchup. But so everybody, it's time for Kraken Hunter's Picks of the Week. So who's your pick for this week?
I think I'm going to have to go with the Xeno, for real.
Oh, Xeno?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm going with the Xeno as well.
You're right, the speed on that one.
Yeah, I think the Xeno is just too fast for Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead, don't get me wrong, if the Xeno made a mistake, yeah, he would die. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, Xenos, if you ever look, Xenos don't make mistakes.
Not many.
Nah. The only reason why they died in so many numbers was because of the Marines using guns and everything and weapons like that.
Oh, and the turrets?
Yes. But Xenos don't make mistakes.
No.
I've not seen one. We're basing ours off of Aliens.
Aliens.
Yes, the second movie. And in the second movie, they don't make mistakes. Nah. I don't think.
I think you're right. I don't think they make any mistakes.
They knew what their goal was. They were smart and they were fast.
Thank you, James Cameron, for that movie.
Yes, I agree. I thank you so much. Second favorite movie of all time.
But I honestly I agree with you, but I do have to say though, my opinion can be swayed very easily on this one.
Fair enough. Y'all give us some good opinions, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think everybody's gonna pick the Xeno.
I think everybody's gonna pick the Xeno also.
Yeah, I think the Xeno is just too fast for Pumpkinhead.
We'll see.
Don't get me wrong. The Xeno is nothing compared to Pumpkinhead on strength, but I just think that the Xeno is just so much faster and can climb walls and acid for blood. So even if Pumpkinhead gets a hit and it doesn't incapacitate the Xeno,
it's gonna fuck him up.
It's gonna fuck him up.
Because it is a melee attack.
Exactly, and that feeds into the Xeno's advantage.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about it. Like even attacking it, you can hurt yourself.
Right.
That's what's scary about the Xenos too, man.
All right. So this is that. I think we've kind of exhausted this.
Yeah, we have. One thing I want to do right now, because I know y'all have been waiting. It's towards the end of the month. I want to do our giveaway this week. I already picked the name for this week.
Yeah.
Like I said, because I went through. Sorry guys, I didn't do all like we did last time.
The names in the hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I went through. So our giveaway was a digital code for Avengers: Infinity War for anybody who hasn't seen it.
Okay.
But the person
or own it.
Huh?
Or own it.
Or own it, exactly.
It doesn't matter. Well,
it's an amazing movie and I love it.
Even if you do own it, we're giving you another one.
Exactly. So you can take it wherever you want to on your phone or whatever.
Yep.
So I went through, I drew names out of a hat of our most dedicated subscribers, the ones who comment the most. And for those who coming in new, because we got a bunch of new subscribers, for us, when we do our giveaways, we look at our most dedicated
YouTube channel.
On
our YouTube.
Exactly. Our people who comment the most, who interact with us the most, because you see, we comment back on every, like, Anubis doesn't comment as much as me because he doesn't have the internet access at work and stuff like I do.
Well, I don't get the dings.
Right, he doesn't.
Every comment.
Exactly.
If I did though, I would comment back. But sometimes, man, y'all's comments are actually pretty good, and I have nothing to say to that.
And if you notice, like I comment almost, I say 98% of the comments I comment on. Like if I see Anubis is commented, I'll hit my love button for Cracker Hunters page, and I don't bother with it too much. But we respond to 100% of the comments. So that's how we base on who we give our prizes to, our most dedicated subscribers.
Yeah, thanks guys, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it because you guys are the ones who support us, so we like giving something back.
Yep.
All right, so the winner, after I drew the names out the hat, the winner this week was Raptor Ranger. I'm sorry, Raptor Rancher, yes. Which, I'm sorry, that is a fucking awesome name. I love that name.
That is cool.
Yes. So Raptor Ranger, you won our pick for the week. So you get the free code for Avengers: Infinity War. So Raptor Ranger.
If I had confetti, I would throw it.
Yes. Let's pretend we did. But Raptor Ranger, just hit up if you have a Facebook account or anything, just send us a message on Facebook under the Cracker Hunters page. I'll put a link in the description so you can have easy access to it. Hit us up on our page. I'll send you the code and we're good to go. All right, everybody. So thanks for joining us this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see y'all's comments on this.
Me too.
Man, I'll tell you what, some of y'all got some good insight on these characters.
I think honestly, everybody who does.
Yeah.
Like everybody who comments on our Tournament of Terror pages, Tournament of Terror videos, they give detailed, except for Jacob. Jacob sometimes is a little slacking.
Well, he's not a horror movie fan.
Well, that's fair enough. You're slacking, Jacob. Give us a better reasoning than that.
Yeah,
than what you normally do. Nah, I'm just big. We know Jacob from work. So, and it's Jawa? Jaguar, yeah.
Jaguar the Great.
Yeah, Jaguar the Great. So, yeah, so everybody, just to give you a heads up, just to give you a little bit of background, not background, but whatever. Chris H, 1987, we sent him, he was the last winner. He won the art print from Sideshow Collectibles. It got to him safe. He enjoys it.
So the next one's gonna get to y'all safe.
Yeah, so this is a digital code, so I just sent him the code.
All right.
So next month we'll be deciding on what we're gonna give away next month. Maybe, we don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. But we're getting close to 300 subscribers, so
it's not gonna be a statue though.
No, it will not be a statue.
Ever.
No. Maybe not. I'm not gonna say ever, but
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That may get to like a huge. When we get to like 500 or 1,000 subscribers, that's when we'll give away like something like a statue or something. Okay. Yes. So thank you for joining us today, everybody. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.